All right, so in this video, we're going over the connection of the Cricut for the very first time, the Cricut Explorer. And of course, we got everything all plugged into our computer, and now we are registered. And we automatically get a 2-week subscription to Cricut Design Space, where they have over 30,000 images and projects for you to do. Now, if you remember, we did get one of those projects with a little piece of papers for this hello card, okay? And that's what we're going to show you and walk you through this as well. Basically, it has on-screen photos going through the steps. So, of course, we want to open up that fresh mat, place that paper on there. We also need to put our pen in the pen holder, and we're going to show you how to do that because it is important on the technique of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click continue, and it's telling us to have us get set up for the mat. So the first step we need to do is we need to load the mat, and you see that little up and down arrow button. You push it and it automatically sucks that mat in. You do want to make sure that the mat isn't in between those two hold guides. Now we do want to change the knob to the Cardstock Setting, and we'll take a look at it on the screen as well to make sure that we have the right setup. Now the pen, all right, so we want to open up that clip, and we do want to hold the bottom of it because this thing is very flimsy if you are allowed to push on it. So make sure you push up while you're pushing the pen down, and then we can go back into Cricut Design Space, and we're going to look for further instruction with that. So we push the load, we've changed the set dial. Now you can see that it's on Cardstock Plus. Let's go ahead and change that to Cardstock, and you see it updated on the screen automatically. That's what's great about Design Space anyway. So you see that little flashy light right there on the machine? All we have to do is press that, and the machine's going, okay? Now, it's totally dependent upon how Cricut software is, but in this case, it's drawing it first, and then it's going to put the cut lines around it. Now, it is truly amazing that this machine, having dual heads to be calibrated for not only write, but cut function as well, and have them line up for the correct way that we need to have this in order for this card to come out. Now I'm going to be quiet here just so you can hear the sound of the Cricut Explorer cut, because it is quite less noisy than the competitors of, like Cameo, for example. Now, if you heard that chirping in there, the Cricut does chirp, and there is no setting to turn that off, so you're going to have to deal with it, but it's really not that bad as far as it doing that. All right, so that's the final rectangle that it will cut out. Now it's time to unload the mat. You'll see the little flashlight right there, flashing light, the double arrows, and you pull it out, and here you just pull off the mat. Right now I'm just using a spatula just to make sure that I don't bend any of the cardstock. And as you can see, I do have a couple holes that are left, and all I did is just take a little poker and poke the rest of those holes out. So after we do that, now you can see the final cut project. Now let's go back into Cricut Design Space to see our follow-on instructions. So basically what we need to do is we need to clean up our mess from the machine. So let's go ahead and take that pen out so it doesn't dry. And it's just a reverse process. Open it up, make sure you push up on the bottom of that and pull the pen out. You'll hear it snap. Now you'll also hear it snap when it goes in as well, but that's how you know it's secure, and just listen for the snap. So here we are. It just tells us to fold the card, or fold the paper anyway, in half, and you would have the completed project. So there it is, the hello card.